Hello, welcome to This Is the Ugly Truth. It's um it's one of my channels that I created ages ago, and not much content coming out from me. And it was a case of something that I've been saying I needed to go back into, and basically to talk about just basically coming out and just saying things that the way it needed to be said. Uh, basically exposing what others are trying to hide. Just basically hitting the nail on the head, really, and talking about all this stuff that people don't want to talk about, and just giving my own opinions and the way things needed to be done, and the way things needed to be needed. Uh, the way people need to listen. People need to listen to issues and stuff going on in the world right now. And yeah, there's not gonna be no holes barred in this on this channel. I'm gonna say it the way it is, and just gonna put it out there, and yeah, read comments and see what people are saying. Yeah, so this is the ugly truth. Uh, Channel, and we're going to be dealing with everything from anything, nothing to do with football or sports. It's going to be basically just talking about issues that's going on around the world, and basically trying to just dive in and just, you know, open everything, open the can of worms, say it the way it is, and just expose what people don't want to talk about. So, basically the first episode. This is the first episode. What we'll be talking about on this one is the insecurity in Nigeria. It's been all over the news. If you've been under the rock, it's been everywhere really, and yeah, it's been the topic, and it's just been crazy things that's been going on. There's been kidnappings going on around the country. The latest one is a couple of weeks back where some kids were kidnapped in southwestern part of Nigeria, your state. And yeah, it was really sad to see what happened. Don't want to go into too much details in terms of schools were attacked by uh, kidnappers or jihadists or whatever you want to call them. For me, I call them all criminals. Don't want to distinguish between them. They're all low lives, and they're just, you know, basically using Nigerians as tools to perpetrate the evil in a country where the government is not really providing the security that the people need. And yeah, so on this one, we're going to look at the kidnappings, the types of groups that are doing the kidnappings, and just going to delve into just the type of groups and what they are doing. They are all after the same thing, looking for money, asking for money. Some of them are Islamists, trying uh, to impose their ideology on Nigerians. And just the background story: this new government came in 2 years ago. I can't remember when it came in, but there was a lot of insecurity then. Now stats are going out in terms of the BBC, which I'm going to be looking at right now. Make sure you follow the channel, follow, like, share. Uh, Stats going out recently in terms of BBC as early as last year. BBC, in November 2025, these publications. And I'm just going to read through quickly. It says that Nigeria currently grappling with a spate of mass abductions, but the vast country, bigger than France and Germany combined, also faces many other security challenges. Recent attempts by the US President Donald Trump and his supporters to frame the insecurity purely as the persecution of Christians, which is something that's come out of this, and which is basically untrue. The American government are trying to make it seems like only Christians are being killed. Well, in fact, both Christians and Muslims are being killed in country in Nigeria, and the problem is basically with the government. The problem is basically with every Nigerian, Christian or Muslim. The publication also said there are more than 250 ethnic groups in Nigeria, which is roughly divided into mainly Muslims north, largely Christians south, with intermingling in the middle belt. And the government says people of all faiths have been victims of attacks. And just to give you a broad geographical picture of Nigeria, the middle belt is where the fertile land is. That's where where you can plant your stuff and they will grow. Just food belt of Nigeria, middle belt. The northern part of Nigeria is really dry, really deserty like, less rain. You can hardly plant and crops there. Southern part is a lot more fertile as well. That's where the oil is in the what do you call it, in the eastern or southeastern part of Nigeria, which is in the Ogoni land or area of Nigeria. So yeah, there's always been criminal gangs in northern western and Islamic insurgency in northwest, clashes over land in central regions. Yeah, some of the attacks is land based, but obviously when the news comes out, the narrative is like, the Christians are being killed. But sometimes it's one village fighting another village over land, and that's what the issue is. Leaving 400,000 strong army and police forces of 370 officers are overstretched. The army population 400,000 and the police force of 370,000, they are overstretched. There's a lot of stuff happening in Nigeria. The military is overstretched. Let's look at the groups that are doing these kidnappings. They come into different forms, different categories. You have bandits. These are criminal gangs known locally as bandits, are largely composed of people from the Fulani ethnic group who traditionally make their living by raising animals. They have traded their pastoral tools for assault rifles, which have flooded Nigeria. And I've seen in videos where you see helicopters landing, there's a white guy coming out from the helicopter sharing money to the locals. These are influenced, most of these criminal gangs are influenced by foreign countries, maybe from Europe, not sure, but you don't see a white man in Africa without something to do with the fertile land or the minerals and the resources of Africa. So this is got a lot of influentials from abroad, from outside the continent. Um, but see kidnapping people for ransom as a quick and easy way to make money rather than working for miles. These bandits, they go around. Their main job is to cattle rearing, but they use kidnapping people, which anybody can really use to raise money, in terms of raising money to go and buy weapons or buy motorcycles. They typically move in large numbers on motorcycles, which makes them highly mobile, allows them to strike quickly and escape before the security can can respond. So that's one group which are called bandits. The other groups are Boko Haram jihadist group. These ones are more militant. They are more based around. They came from the northern part of Nigeria, from where Boko Haram, which means Western education forbidden. So I can't remember the name. Ali Yusuf was the leader. He was killed by the government official, by the military uh, officials in the northern part of Nigeria, Maiduguri. That's why there was a lot of fighting around that side, a lot of atrocities by the Nigerian government, by Nigerian police and army. But they managed to fight against Boko Haram. But this is Boko Haram in 2026. The story is from the back, like I just gave you just now. It's evolved from a local Islamic sect founded in 2002 by Mohammed Yusuf in northern city of Maiduguri with the official name of Jamatu Ali Suona Lidawati Wal Jihad, and a political goal creating an Islamic state. Local residents dubbed it Boko Haram, a name which is in Hausa loosely translated as Western education is forbidden because of their opposition to Western style of schools. That's another set of jihadis, another set of group which are also involved in this kidnapping in Nigeria. And because they want to make a lot of money, you do that on the side as well. So yeah, So okay, so the next one is um yeah, he said it's a full blown he said it involves from a local Islamic sect found in 2003. Yeah, I've done that one. He said his full blown insurgency was triggered in 2009 by the killing of Yusuf, who had been taken into political custody after Boko Haram. Yeah, I remember that one as well during that time. And also, at one point, under his new leader, Abubakar Shekau, yeah, he was the one. So this is another group that, those are some of the groups that do uh, this kind of stuff. There's so many of them involved. And this report from the BBC is also saying, um, um, yeah, so there are also like factions from this one as well. They have small split into rival factions. After the death of Shekau, there was a lot of smaller groups as well. So you have a lot of people, a lot of groups, like basically just doing the same thing, really, to be honest. And what else? Yeah, so then according to the BBC, you have the Boko Haram. You also have the ISWAP. These ones are part of, they used to be part of Boko Haram, but now these ones are more like from the J Republic and all the other part of Western Africa. And yeah, they are they are believed to be part of, yeah, Boko Haram, and they also do uh, the same thing as the other groups, whereby they use different kind of ways to get money from people. They use by basically, okay, according to this, he said the SWAT commander Hausa Ismaila was currently sentenced to 20 years. Okay, that one is in Northern Eastern Jihadist group was initially blamed for an attack on. So sometimes they carry out different atrocities on the same name, so you don't even know. It's not like these people they wear uniforms or anything like that. You don't know who is really, and so they have different cells linked to the Somali Al Shabaab jihadist group as well in Somalia. So there's a lot of groups coming into the country, really into Nigeria to come and commit all these kidnappings. And basically, what they do, everybody just give them the same name. So no group has said it was behind the two recent school kidnappings in northwestern of Nigeria in Kebbi and Niger State, but the government believed the Boko Haram Ashraf are behind them. Presidential spokesman Sunday Dada told the BBC, but it is a claim disputed by some experts. I don't think that's accurate. There's no Ashraf or Boko Haram cell resident in the northwest. This is something that can be verified as well, because people are just saying whatever they want. The recent kidnappings, including the mass abduction, were carried out by bandits. Conflict here. So whether you call them bandits, kidnappers, whatever, Boko Haram, they're all the same crew. They're just a bunch of criminals that are trying to make money, and they hide under these banners of being Boko Haram or ISWAP or whatever, just to make money. Another group is Asaru Boko Haram Splinter. This one are called Asaru. The Splinter group has moved away from northeast, where Boko Haram and ISWAP dominate, to carry out its operations. It is believed to have participated in 2022 attack on high-speed train. I remember that one, the train that was going from Kaduna to Abuja, that was attacked by a group of bandits or whatever you want to call them in the center of the country, and the city of Kaduna, yeah, about 200 kilometers north. I remember that one. Those ones, they have a leader as well. He was arrested in 2016 and is facing trial over several attacks, including 2011 of the UN building in Abuja. So that's another group. There are just so many of them. And they also have Mahmouda, suspected Boko Haram. So Boko Haram basically has grown into different smaller groups, and all these groups are basically just doing the same thing. They're kidnapping people, and then they're asking for money, and obviously to buy arms. And this could be done by a group of people just decided. And most of these guys they are like really young as well. So basically it's like poverty, lack of education, nothing to do. They get, I think somebody, I can't remember who said it, somebody who said he was doing I think it was Banky W, yeah. He said he was doing he was filming in the northern part of Nigeria, and they went to film somewhere, and he said he bought some kids bread and food and all that kind of stuff. And those kids were like worshiping him really. They were like, as soon as he gave them the food and the money and everything, the kids will come back every day to the film set. They will help them clear the place, clean the place up. And he was saying if he could buy them bread and they're doing this, imagine somebody with loads of money, giving them money and giving them like guns and telling them to go and do something and that they were going to go and they were definitely going to do it. So this is basically just poverty. And I know you can't use that as an excuse, but you know, at some stage, people will have to do what they have to do just to survive. And these groups are using these kids to carry out their reign of terror. So yeah, in terms of attacks, people killed in Nigeria 2014 to 2025. Yeah, I'm looking at this figure, it's a bit too big for me, but I don't think the figures might be right. I don't know, but it's just crazy, man. 49,000 in the northwest, 22,000 in the north, 16,000 in the middle belt, Abuja, 1,900 in western part, 4,000 in the southeast, 3,000 in the southwest. It's crazy, man. The figures are just crazy. So that just shows the different kind of groups that are carrying out these attacks. And the solution is government just needs to basically have to follow. These people are living on money now. They use money to buy stuff, they eat. So the money is paid into some account. The accounts are talking into each other. So the account is not, these people, they don't print money. So government needs to do that, need to basically track the money first, where the money goes into, so you can basically know where the money is coming from, where the money is going to. It's easy, to be honest. It's easy, very, but the problem is the people are being compromised. The government is being compromised. There are a lot of people in working for the army, police that have been compromised in terms of money or just trying to just trying to find just trying to find a way to make money. So first thing is to find a bank account, electronically follow the money. Second thing is to act on intelligence. Make sure you find that people that are willing to help, people that are trustworthy. Um, the third is to um, the third is to people that have been compromised, and the third is to make sure people are prosecuted when they are caught. So I think that's what they have to do really in terms of you know none of this pardoning people when they catch them, because I think that's one thing they're doing as well. So people think they can get away with it once they are caught. There's a lot of programs going on whereby government pardons and gives them tell them to swear by the Quran and just leave them and tell them they've changed, they've repent, and just tell them to get back into the community. The government have to be really harsh in terms of punishment. And then technology, they have to use technology as well in terms of tracking phone calls. When these people make calls about demands, there's phone mast around somewhere that links. The phone mast is not going to take you to where they are exactly, but it's going to tell you what area they are in. And it's just easy. It's very, to be honest, technology it should be these people should be they should be tracked easily, to be honest. They use phones and text messages and all that kind of stuff to pass messages. You have people in the community helping them as well. You have people getting them food and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, but it's difficult because like every other thing in Nigeria is difficult, and you don't know who to trust first. That's the first thing, and it's very difficult to actually trust anyone. And it's one of the big problems in Nigeria. So the government has a lot to do. Obviously, they're doing something, but everything is going to be is very slow, and it is. We'll see what happens in terms of what they can do. Um, uh, somebody has been, I think they said somebody that was kidnapped, some governor or ex-party person, that said his family was kidnapped, his sister's daughter, whatever, was kidnapped. They found those ones, they rescued them, the police have rescued them, according to the news today. So they can tell that they can do, when is somebody important, obviously, people will start running around. So um, that just shows you that these people, when they actually want to do something, they will actually do. They will run around and make things happen. So it's down to the president to actually give the governors powers. The governors don't have any powers, because the police report to the central government. So, but the governors get budget from the president. So what are they using the budget for? Security budget. Obviously, they're spending the money and putting the money in their bank accounts. So, but yeah, that's just my quick roundup. So this one is gonna go up on my channel. My channel, it's not the football channel. This one is my channel that I used to have before. So I'm just gonna be putting stuff back on it. This one has got nothing to do with football. So yeah, that's just a quick take on the issues in Nigeria in terms of security. It's gonna be loads of stuff coming up as well. I'm gonna be following it up and seeing what's going on and see what the government, what they do. Nigeria people in Nigerians as well, they don't have themselves. I bet there was apparently some of the kidnappers are putting they're telling money people to send their bank account to them so they can give them money. And Nigerians are doing that as well. They are giving money out. So they are sending their bank accounts as well. So that just shows Nigerians for you, man. They don't care. They will get the money from anywhere. So yeah, this is like a quick one from my new channel. This one is called the channel is called The Ugly Truth. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. There's more stuff coming on this insecurity in Nigeria, and we just have to pray for that country. So thank you for watching. Make sure you stay safe, and I'll see you very soon.